episode of Through My Teeth. I have the coolest, freshest girl I know, Tanya. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, I'm T or Tanya. I'm the co-owner of 14.
Yes, and this is where we are right now. Do you want to explain what 14 is to maybe people who don't know?
Yeah, 14 is a store that we made for the community. We sell a lot of vintage clothes, but also just cool stuff that we find. We also source stuff from Japan, so we like Japanese designer. So we have a whole rack dedicated to that. And yeah, we'll eventually have our own brands in here too.
Yeah. How did 14 even come to be? Or better yet, anybody that knows anything about Denver, I think knows Aura. So what was Aura and how did that come to be? What did that become?
So Aura was an idea that Yak brought to me. Originally, it was supposed to be like a documentary on like artists in Denver and stuff, but like we had already talked before about doing a clothing brand, and so we kind of eventually transformed it into a clothing brand. And that was like in 2019-ish when we started that. And so we did that for a little bit, and eventually we found out about this space and we were going to open up a shop. And we kind of just decided that we were done with Aura. TikTok kind of took that word too and made it something else, and we weren't really fucking with it. So, that's how we ended up kind of rebranding into 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny that you say that, just because I never associated you guys with that whole trend of like Aura.
No, I think a lot of people that knew us before that trend, they didn't really associate with us, but I think it was more like the new people that found out about us after that were like, oh, that's why they named it. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no, it was not.
No.
That's funny. When you came into 14, is that kind of when you decided to maybe split ways with your like business partner? Like creatively? Or like when did, so sorry to cut you off. Because you've told me about your Ojo Frio brand.
Yes.
So how was that, how did you come up with that? Or like what was the idea behind splitting ways creatively?
Yeah, I think maybe like we just kind of were, what's it called? Like we were doing Aura for a while, and when we were thinking about doing the shop, we were like, well, it would be cool if we both had our own brands and sold it out of there. So it was kind of like an idea before we actually got the space. And then once we got the space, we kind of solidified it. I think the idea behind it was like, we can do so much like together when we could be doing like double separately. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think that's like taught you about your own work now that you're doing your own thing? Or what do you hope to learn?
Yeah, I think so far what I'm learning and what I'm hoping to learn more is just like to trust my ideas and stuff, because I think when you're working with someone else, it's like you kind of overthink before you share the idea, because you have to share with somebody, but when it's just you, you're just like, fuck it. Like,
right, when you're the main like creative director of everything, you're like, you have to go with your gut.
Right. For sure.
I like that a lot. Did you bring your belt?
Yeah, I did.
I want to see it.
I did bring it. Oh. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
I brought like a few things that I've made before, but so far this is what I have for Ojo Frio. It's just the logo as the what's it called? The buckle. The strap, I don't know if I'm really fucking with it, but either way, my idea was to like get a bunch of buckles and then thrift cool straps to like put with it. So this is just like a sample. I just like got Ojo Frio stamped in there, but
that's cool.
I don't really like it, to be honest. But once I do like my idea with the thrifted belts and stuff, I think I'll fuck with it more.
How did you make that buckle?
So I got it manufactured. I just sent them the design, and then they made a mold, and then they sent me this.
Yeah, I like that. How did you come up with that name?
With the name, so I don't know. It took me a while to come up with the name. Like I had a lot of variations, and the common theme in both of them was like Ojo and Frio. I just like those words, and then like eventually I thought about putting them together, and then I fucked with it, and then I did a little bit of research on Ojo Frio, and it's actually like I want to say it's a waterfall, I think, in Chihuahua, Mexico, which is where my family is from. And so it was like a crazy coincidence.
Oh,
I'm like,
hell
okay,
yeah.
it was meant to be, I think.
Yeah. I love when things like that happen. It feels
Yeah.
like it's, like you said, meant
Like,
to be.
yeah, exactly.
Crazy coincidence. Could you explain this flag a little bit?
Yes.
Because I see, you can't see it in the frame.
You can't see it too good, but yeah, this flag is the American flag, but we changed the stripes color to indigo. So Yak, the co-owner, his brand is going to be called Indigo County. So that's why we did that. And then, sorry, I just tapped the mic. But, and then we do have his like logo, the county, put on there. And then you can't see it, but my ojo frio, like the thing that's on the buckle, is instead of the stars and stuff. But yeah,
No,
we're just
I
kind
love
of like
that.
putting our brands together.
Yeah, no, it is a freaky flag. My sound engineer that's behind the camera was freaked out by the by the flag, but because at first I was like, "What is this American flag?" Like, that's so interesting.
Yeah, I don't think
But
a lot of people that come in here realize that we like custom.
honestly, you guys should have like a little like you know, like at art shows they have like art. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Like the history behind it and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so more about your like Ojo Frio, and you said Indigo County is
Indigo
yachts.
County. Yeah.
How did you know that it was time for you guys to, like, when did you know that it was time to change your course, like, creatively? Like, was it...
Yeah, honestly, we did a drop, and it was really good. Like, we fucked with it at the time, and then we were trying to get another drop going, and we, like, got a bunch of stuff made, and then it got here, and by the time it was here, and we were, like, wearing it, we're like, like... We're not really fucking with this. We actually never dropped it. Like, we still have the stuff here, and, like, some people still buy it.
Really? What is it?
It's the studded jeans with, like, the studs.
Okay,
and
the
then
pants.
the flannels, and it was something else.
Oh, that flannel that's on the wall?
Yeah, that flannel.
We
never dropped them.
That?
No.
That's fire,
We,
though.
like, got them, and we're like, oh, hell no.
That's fair, okay.
But, yeah, like, I don't know. I think maybe that drop kind of, like... We were like, maybe it would be better if we just, like, both did our own ideas, and we can do so much more than, you know, trying to agree on one thing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, but, yeah. And
All
I
right.
think the store was, like, the perfect opportunity for us to still work together, but, like, still do our own creative shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is it called 14, for those that don't know?
I know, I feel like people ask us and they expect, like, a deep-ass meaning. But, no, literally, that's in the building we're at, that's like the studio number that we have.
Yeah.
So.
Which is fucking great, because I think that 14 is like a perfect number.
Yeah.
So you guys got so lucky with it.
I fuck with that number.
Yeah. I like that number a lot.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So I recently did a shoot for you.
Yes.
That is going to be in the magazine called Girl Pervert.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is your dream magazine to shoot and style for?
Honestly, I don't know. I kind of just want to say Vogue just because it's so iconic. And it's like, bitch, I was in Vogue, you know, like you could say that. Exactly. So like low key, I'll go with Vogue. Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. How does that even work? Would you have to be like hired by them, do you think?
I don't know. I bet they just reach out to like stuff that they fuck with, but yeah, I actually don't know.
Hell yeah.
We'll find out.
But I'd say that you and I are kind of on similar paths these days. What are you most looking forward to about being about being Tanya, about being Ojo Frio?
Yeah. I don't know. I think just like I'm just looking forward to. I don't know. Just like when you work with a partner in a business, like you don't have as much creative freedom as you would like by yourself, obviously. So. I think, just like learning to trust my vision and just doing shit that I want to do and just, seeing what it comes out like. I feel like I've had a lot of ideas recently and they don't really come out like to my expectations. So I think also learning like where my bar is at with stuff and like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah. Like
okay.
what your standard is and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like just seeing what my creative vision is like.
Yeah. And then also being able to like scrap the idea if you don't like it.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Or start over and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a vivid memory of like when you were a child where you like started kind of believing in this whole thing and like making your own clothes?
Yeah.
Is there a moment for you?
Yeah, I do think that this is something that I've been into like since I was a kid. Like, especially with styling too. Like, I would never let my mom pick my outfit for school. Like, I would always throw a fit with whatever outfit she picked out for me, and like
You was always
she would
throwing
just have to
fits.
let me throwing fits. But no, yeah, she would just have to let me pick my outfit every day, and so I would come out the house looking crazy and stuff. But like, I really appreciate her letting me, be creative in that way. But that's kind of what got me started, like fucking with clothes and stuff. And then like slowly I would start making, just like random DIY projects. Like I had made a bag out of a t-shirt and like just like random stuff like that. I would make tutus and like give them to my friends at school.
Oh.
So like, I don't know. I think I've just always liked making shit. And oh yeah, another thing too is like when I was a kid, I would like hate when someone had the same clothes as me.
Oh yeah.
So like, I remember I saw a girl like wearing the same jacket as me at Walmart, and I fucking hid, and I took that jacket off, and I never wore that bitch again. So I think that's like really
that's
what
so
got me
real.
into like making my own clothes and also thrifting and stuff, because I'm like, no one else is
One
gonna
of
be
one.
wearing this. Yeah, it's
exactly.
just me.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's also what got me into thrifting as well, where I was like, I mean, besides the environmental,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure, it was that. Yeah. No, but initially, yeah, it was kind of just like, I don't want to be wearing the same thing as somebody else on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
No, for real. And I think like, I don't know, because even with having Aura and stuff, like a lot of people would buy our stuff, and obviously a lot of people would be wearing the same shit because they all got it from us. But like, that's a little different because I'm like, oh, I made it, so it's cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like that's
Yeah.
even cooler. It's like you can see it on people.
For sure.
And how people style your stuff,
Yes,
too.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love seeing
it's
that.
very cool. Who inspired you as a young teen?
I don't know. I don't know, just everything around me inspired me, like just the way I grew up, like the people around me and stuff. I will say like Tyler, the Creator, was a big inspiration for me. He really like opened my eyes to like, like you can do whatever you want to do, and like that's kind of what got me into like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like he he kind of pushed me to want to do more creative stuff and be okay with putting stuff out there.
Yeah, like getting outside of your box and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that you dress very, obviously you're fucking cool as hell, but like, I'm trying to think of the word, like, you mix masculinity and femininity very well.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that I admire about you a lot.
Thank you.
Because, like, when you do it, I'm like, holy, where did she come up with this? Like, that's fire. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so that's cool. Like, going back to, like, your, like, mom story, how she would just let you dress. Like, that. Shout out to her. Shout out to
my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite fashion rule to break? You have one.
Yeah, no, actually, like, it kind of goes off of what you just said, like, just mixing feminine stuff with, like, masculine stuff. That is kind of one of my favorite things to break. Like, I'll wear sweatpants with ballet flats, like, and I just fuck with it. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's weird, but I fuck with it.
Yeah, I think everybody else does too.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's also the way that you wear it. You know, you wear the clothes, you don't let the clothes wear you.
Yeah.
Of thing.
No, yeah, I love mixing like different types of styles that maybe people wouldn't typically mix. Yeah.
What kind of music do you listen to when you're creating? Do you have any like brain noise that you like listen to?
No, music is like a really big part of my life. Like, without music, I probably wouldn't be doing.
Yeah, you always have your headphones in, which
Yeah.
I love because I'm the same way, and I love that.
I do always have my headphones on. No, any chance I get to listen to music, I will. But I'm really into Spanish rock right now. I listen to that a lot. I also like house music and stuff. So
I've recently gotten into house music, and it's fire.
It's really good.
Yeah. Especially when you're like walking everywhere. I'm like,
that shit gets you in the mood for real.
Yes.
But yeah, like even like when I'm working, especially I like to listen to like instrumentals and just stuff without lyrics, just so I can like lock in, But
yeah. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't really want to listen to things with lyrics. Like, I need my brain to kind of
because then I'm gonna just be singing along.
Yeah. Which sometimes is the vibe.
Yeah. Not when you're trying to lock in though.
Yeah. No, I agree. What would your clothes say about you? If they could speak.
That's a good ass question. Shit. Fuck. No, that's a good question. What would my clothes say about me?
Yeah, or maybe like your favorite pair of like shoes or something.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
what would they say about you?
They'd probably tell me to put them down.
Girl, estoy cansado, jefe.
Literally. No, for real.
That's
but
funny. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I like that. Okay. God forbid that the building that we're in burns down.
Okay.
Knock
Yeah.
on wood, obviously.
Knock on wood. Somebody. Please.
Somebody knock on wood, Joni. Knock on wood. That's not wood.
There we go.
What is the piece that you're grabbing in here? What is the?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh, I fuck with that question. Damn. Shit. Probably. I don't know. I'm probably gonna say like, probably this hysteric sweater right here. It's like a 90s. I'm like, insert B-roll. I'm just
yeah. It'll be in the B-roll. Yeah, go ahead, Joan. Take a picture.
But yeah, just because it's like, that was probably one of my grows. Like, I had seen that a lot in the past. And then, like, I found it and I bought it and it was a steal.
Where did you find it?
I actually bidded on that on like a Japanese bidding website. I was up at like 3 a.m. bidding on that bitch.
Hell yeah.
And I got it, so it was worth it. But
how much was it?
It was probably like $100 or something.
What the
yeah,
fuck?
I know,
Yeah.
it was a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. If you want to sell clothes, bid on Japanese websites.
Hell yeah.
Little tip. Ooh.
Is there so are you really close to your parents?
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty close
close
to
to
them.
your
They mean a
family?
lot to me, so.
Yeah, no, I could tell by the way that you speak about your mom. Is there anything that your parents don't understand about what you're doing?
Yeah, I think maybe when I started doing this, it was like I had just graduated high school. I think maybe they were expecting me to go to college and like, you know, just do like the regular stuff like people do. Like they probably were, I don't know what they wanted me to be, but I'm sure it wasn't like just a creative. So yeah, I think at first like when I told them about the brand, like they didn't really take me serious. When I told them about the shop, I don't think they thought like it was for real. But now that I'm doing it and stuff and like they see me doing it, I think they're more supportive of it. But yeah, I think at first it was kind of like, I don't know, I have immigrant parents, so it's like you take risks and shit, like not going to college and
Right.
opening a shop and stuff. It's like, oh, like, are you sure? Like,
Yeah.
is it gonna be worth it?
It's like an even bigger risk, I think, in their eyes.
Yeah.
Because they took such a risk
yeah.
coming here and they're like, oh, you're not going to school?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think one thing that was really hard for me was like they came to the U.S. and they like, you know, they did everything that they had to do to get us here, and I'm sure they were expecting all their kids to go to college, and I didn't, and I just think maybe they had an expectation when they came over here, but they still like allowed me. If they didn't come here, like I probably wouldn't be doing all the stuff I'm doing right now. So they still like gave me the opportunity to be like a business owner and like a creative and make that my thing, you know.
Did you always want to be like a business owner when you were younger? Or when you were like a kid, did you have in mind, like was college ever a thing for you?
Honestly, like growing up and stuff, I didn't really have any plans. Like I didn't really know what the fuck I wanted to do and stuff. At one point when I was almost going to graduate, I was going to settle and try to become a teacher. But then like I was enrolled in the classes and everything, and then like maybe like a few weeks before I was supposed to start, I dropped out because I was just really thinking about it. I'm like, do I want to do that? Like I don't think I do want to do that. Yeah, and then around the same time is when me and Yak were like talking about Aura and stuff, and so it was kind of like
it worked out.
Perfect timing. Yeah.
And so when did Aura start? You said it was like 2019,
Well,
2018?
I will say like we had talked about starting a brand before that, maybe like late 2017, early 2018, but like we had never met in person, and then we finally met in person in 2019, and that's when like we were like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And that was like right after. Oh, well, what year did you graduate from high school?
I graduated December 2018. So yeah.
In 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like right after.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Was.
So you are also a photographer, which is something that at first I didn't really know about you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she makes clothes and she's really cool and all this stuff. And and then I like saw your work and I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, because at first I thought it was Diego that did all the photography for you guys. Like, I thought that was the photography homie.
Interesting. Okay.
You guys were like a trio, so
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
like that was his duty,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And then, so how did you get into photography?
Photography, I've been doing that since I was a kid too. Like, maybe since I was like 10 or something, my mom would give me a new camera almost every year, every birthday. And so I would just be taking pictures. I would record a lot of things. When I became like 12, I like had to beg my parents to let me have a YouTube channel and post on it. And
Wait, you have a YouTube channel?
I had a YouTube channel.
It's all archived now.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's all private. But no, yeah, like I've always been into like filming, taking pictures and stuff. I think I'm very grateful for Aura because it let me be creative in a lot of ways. Like I could take pictures, I could make clothes, I would do graphic design. Like it like let me learn a lot of different mediums and let me actually lock in and do it, you know? So yeah, very
Yeah,
grateful.
and when you're trying to create something for yourself, you are the main person doing everything.
And it really was like out of necessity because when we started Aura, like it was I mean we just graduated school, like we were just broke, like kids.
Right.
Like, so,
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, we can't hire a fucking photographer every time we want to drop for like $500, you know, we have to do it ourselves. And so it kind of forced me to like get back into it. And I'm very grateful for it because now I'm like, I think I'm getting better at it and stuff. So.
Yeah. At the time, did you have like any other friends that were kind of doing like creative things like you?
Not really, to be honest. When we started doing Aura, we didn't really know a lot of people that were into fashion or like just creative shit, to be honest. Yeah, we were kind of just putting stuff out, hoping for people to hear about us. At first, a lot of out-of-state people were fucking with us. And we didn't really know a lot of people in Colorado.
Finish your thought. It's okay.
Like, I don't want to be in the background. But yeah, we didn't know a lot of people in Colorado that were into stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a lot of out-of-state people. And then we started doing pop-ups and stuff. And that's when we started meeting people in Colorado. And we're like, oh, shit, there's actually a small community out there that
crowd
might fuck
for
with
it.
us.
Yeah. Okay. When was your first pop-up? When did you have a first
our
Aura
first
pop-up?
Damn.
Loud ass couch.
My bad. I want to say it was in 2023, maybe like November 2023 or something. Yeah, we had been invited before to do pop-ups and stuff, but like we never had inventory to do pop-ups. And finally someone invited us when we did have inventory and we did our first pop-up and we're like, oh shit, people are fucking with this in Colorado. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah. And honestly, like doing pop-ups and stuff is what made us realize that like we have people in Colorado fucking with us and like kind of encouraged us to start the shop.
Going.
Yeah.
Oh, to start the shop.
Yeah.
Well, when I first heard about Aura, it was through a boyfriend I was dating at the time.
Yes.
And I knew about Aura before I even knew about you. I didn't even know who you were or anything.
I fuck with that.
So that was like, yeah, that was really cool because he introduced me to it. And I
Yeah.
think he was like wearing one of your pieces. But yeah, no, I think that it's iconic. And I'm sure you've learned so much from doing that. And
For
then
sure.
having 14 now, I'm like, have you seen like a whole new wave of kind of people come through and be like, oh, there is like an even bigger fashion community here in Denver?
For sure. No, yeah, when we started doing 14, like even our grand opening, like we weren't too sure because we had only done pop-ups before, and I'm like, oh, are the people coming for us to the pop-up or are they coming for like all the other vendors and stuff? So yeah, when we did our grand opening, we were like a little nervous that we weren't gonna get a lot of people, but like we had a really good turnout, and I was like, oh shit, people came like just for us, like they didn't come for all the other vendors and stuff. And so I think that was really sweet, and it felt really good. Yeah
I remember Yock coming in one of the time that we were in here, and he was like so excited. He was like, people fuck with this. Like, I feel like he was having a moment where he was like,
gosh,
wow.
yeah, I've had that moment too. Like, no, yeah, just with people coming and like thanking us for having the space, and someone called it a safe place and stuff. And yeah, it just feels really good because
it feels safe in here when the lights are off. They have
my
crazy
God.
fluorescent lighting in here.
We
and I
do. We
can't-
need
it
to
makes
get
me wanna
lamps,
throw up.
bro. I have a lamp. It's so bad. No, I agree. I
No,
agree.
yeah. It is a safe space.
It is
Yeah.
a safe space when the lights are off.
Yeah, and that, that must feel really nice for people to say that to you as well.
It does feel really nice, just because like I can think back to when we started doing this and stuff, and we didn't know where we could sell our stuff or where we could meet people that fuck with clothes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm happy to be that space.
Yeah, how did you find this space?
So our friend Sonnet, they had this space before, and they told us that they were gonna move to California. And so I was like, oh, let me know. I'll come right when you leave.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
So,
and they used to sell like vintage.
Yeah,
in
they
here,
used
too?
to sell like vintage stuff, and it was really cool.
Yeah, I've actually heard about them quite often. I think Diego talks about them a lot, like Sonnet and all this stuff. I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah,
well,
shout out to Sonnet.
Yeah, that's very cool. And there's so many cool different like artists here in this building too.
Oh yeah, I do love the building. Like, I've met a lot of people like Rye. He's a tattoo artist. Koi Boy, he's really good. He's like right across the hall from us. There's a lot of different creatives in here, so it's a really cool space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I want to ask you about your DJ deck that you recently got.
Yes.
What made you get one? And what kind of music do you plan on making with it?
Yeah. See, I don't really want to be a DJ and shit, like be playing at clubs or nothing like that.
That'd be sick.
That would be kind of sick.
We can have a boiler room at 14.
Shit. We just might have to. But no, I do really love music. I've always loved music. I think when I listen to music, I can like really think of a mashup. And I'm like, oh shit, this would sound so fire on this other beat or something like that.
Yeah,
and so like that's what made me want to get
moments.
it. Yeah. And that's what made me want to get it. And I also like, I kind of want to do mixes like CDs where it's like playlists, but they like go into each other and I like fuck with it, you know? So, yeah. That's kind of my plan. I don't know. I love making shit. So whenever there's a chance for me to learn to make different shit, then I'm down.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that you should become a DJ and perform at clubs because I don't think that men should be DJs.
Oh.
I think that only women should be DJs, and let me tell you why.
Tell me why, yeah. Let me hear it.
The clubs are only fun when the girls are having fun. And so if the DJ knows what the girls want, then if the girls are having fun, everybody's having fun at the club. If it's only the men having fun, nobody's having fun at the club. Because then the men aren't having fun either because the girls aren't having fun. The girls aren't shaking ass.
That's true.
You know,
that's
so I'm like,
true.
we
Damn,
need.
I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
We need you. We need you in the club scene because.
Yeah. See, like I fuck with it and stuff, and like DJs and stuff, but I don't like clubs, so. It's like,
well, maybe
I don't know if that works.
Suck.
Oh, that's true. Maybe. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I would go to Club T.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's kind of all the questions that I have for you. Thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you.
Are a light. I am so glad that I met you.
Aw, me too.
Every time that I think about you, I'm like, damn, bro, I can't believe I didn't meet her sooner.
Bro, I know. That's crazy too, because like we've seen each other so many
different
before
times.
We like talked.
So many people have been like, before I even knew you, they were like, oh, you'd be such good friends with Tanya, blah blah, all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna meet this girl. I'm waiting for my moment.
Okay, yes, I'm glad we did meet.
Are, so
yeah, I fuck with you.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate who you are, and
thank you. I appreciate who you are.
Thank you. I admire you so much. So
that's so sweet.
But perfect.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.